Hello and welcome to a review of the Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike Specialized Stormtrooper Arttech 74 Set Military Speeder Bike Model Kit review by Bandai 112 scale, just like the other Stormtrooper model kits that I did, as well as the first order Stormtrooper model kit that I did. This thing cost me 300 Hong Kong dollars, which is very cheap for a model kit that once you build is actually a fully functional, fully articulated, fully functional action figure that you can play around with. And I have no doubts in my mind has better articulation, better movement than the Black series. And of course the SH Figure Out version will be coming out, but that'll be at least 2.5 times this price of this model kit. So when I saw this model kit I was like, bloody hell, there's only one box left, I'm gonna have to pick this up. This actually came out maybe a month ago, a few weeks ago, at least, some time ago, and I just wasn't in the shops at that time, so I didn't pick one up, and there are not too much stock left, so I imagine all these people must have liked these, because I picked them all up, for God's sake. I should have picked up a C-3PO and R2-D2 model kit. Well, I guess I'll get the SH Figures version of those, but anyway. As with all Bandai model kits, the top box is where all the printed information is, so this side here, some photos from the actual movie on the left hand side there, as well as some different features of this thing. Of course, the images you see here are a fully painted version of this. Now, the model kit is colored, but you know, if you want to get the full look out of it, you do have to paint it yourself. Which is, you know, a thing you still have to do with model kits, of course, but if you don't want to paint it, the thing still comes out in the correct color. And the underbox is just black. And it comes with two sticker sheets. One's a water slide decal. As the edges are trimmed already, so just cut out a decent square and just put in water and you'll be fine. The other one's a sticker sheet in case you don't want to use water slide decals. And the good thing about the sticker sheets here is that they're kind of soft enough, just like water slide decals. You can get a screwdriver, a pen or whatever, and just push the sticker into the shape of the model kit. It is possible, but I'm not going to do that for the most part. I am eventually going to paint this Scout Trooper. And of course there's a instruction booklet inside, so... And the Stormtrooper one just came with a really big sheet. This one actually has a stapled booklet, which makes more sense because there's far more pages on this one than the Stormtrooper one, so they have to do that. And on the back here they have a sticker and painting guide telling you what colors to get right down there. Obviously it's on Japanese because it's a Japanese product, but you get the idea on what kind of colors you want to get. You got flat white, gloss white, you got black, grey, light grey, brown, and like orangey brown, muddy brown, so you can do all the weather effects on the bike itself. And because, actually no, not because, inside the box there are also certain pieces, spare pieces. We're going to look at the Scout Troopers pieces first. Now with just like the Stormtroopers, the leg is a white piece that you actually have to build, kind of like plastic piece. But there are spare rubbery joints here. You see these black rubbery joints? These also work as spare pieces or replacement parts for the legs in case you want to have a rubbery joint for the leg. So it's I guess it's, some people just prefer rubbery joints. Makes it feel more secure, maybe. But hey, here is the Scout Trooper. He currently has a bike gripping handle hand, and a just a pistol holding hand. But he also has two relaxed hands. The hands are made of a more softer, more rubbery material with a hard piece of plastic on the back of the hand, like a little plating, hand plating. Of course, there's also a bike handlebar holding hand for his right arm. And with all these model kits, there's a plastic stand for them. So here's the plastic stand with a piece there that fits the foot shape, a piece there as a connector for other stands if you have it. So you can connect on all four sides. And in this case, there is a speeder bike plate here, which also has pegs on all four sides, so you can plug this in like so. It's not like super tightly plugged, but it's just so secure for display purposes only. And this stand has all the muddy texture there, so if you want to paint some grass on it and whatever, you can do that. There's a kind of tree on the back here, you just plug in, and you just plug in this transparent plastic to hold up the bike, so it makes it look like it's flying. But anyway, look at this Scout Trooper, it looks pretty good. By the way, the eyeglass piece there, just like the Stormtroopers, is a transparent plastic. So you can maybe have a light in there or something if you customize it and do a lot of stuff. So, articulation time. Oh, he's got double neck joints, up and down, sideways, sideways, and full rotation. Very, very smooth. Joints, shoulder pads are on a little peg. Arm goes up, arm goes down. They can move very forward. You can see, and they got a lot of rubbery plastic there. Very similar joints to the other model kits. A lot of articulation there. Rotating joint here. Double elbow joint, and the hand is on a little ball peg, which is good. Ball joint, lots of movement down, up, sideways, sideways. These pouches, all the pouches are attached on a slightly softer material, so they actually bend, get out the way, so you can look down, look back and stuff, so they're not blocking anything. Leg is on a double hinge, so it can go down, go up a little bit, go down, up, oops, back. Come on, pick back in, there we go. Rotate joint here, double knee joint, foot goes up, back, sideways, sideways. The bottom of the shoes are made of a more rubbery material, just like real shoes, to give it more grip. So yeah, this Scout Trooper can definitely do a lot of poses, and obviously being a model kit, parts can detach, but that's because it's a model kit. But for a model kit, you get a fully blown action figure with many poses. This is super good. I'm just plug his foot in that stand, give him some kind of epic pose. Oh, who's there? Ewoks! I hate those teddy bears, they keep beating us for some reason. Oh boy. Ewoks are probably cannibals, you know, with all the things, evidence we've seen in the movies. So they've probably eaten a lot of stormtroopers. That teddy bear over there ate my brother. I'll kill him. Come on, foot, get in the stand. There we go. All in all, a good Scout Trooper. Now, the bike is pretty good. If you remember my model kit look at some Star Wars stuff, I think I showed that I did have a Scout Trooper speeder bike model made by, you know, like Western companies. The bike looked okay, but the plastic was a single color. The Scout Trooper had zero movement, and not like this. The bike has zero movement. What movement would you have from a bike? Well, for one thing, these things go up and down to ease on the, you know, Trooper going on it. And I think, yeah, that pin's meant to be in there. Now the handlebars don't move, so that's one thing down here. And of course, this model kit requires zero glue for assembly. As you can see here, I didn't use any glue at all. This bike actually, I would recommend using a bit of super glue for some of these pieces. For example, the handlebars there, these tiny pieces. I would prefer to put just a little bit of glue on it just to secure it. Obviously after you paint it, of course. So, I mean, yeah, even though it's a cheap, like a model kit, they had to save money making it cheaper and stuff, and plus assembling yourself. You can see that the correct colors are used. You got the brown body, brown front there, same color brown, and this grey metallic part and this. Another part that actually requires super glue is this little grey bit there. It doesn't actually click into anything. There's no pegs or anything, so if you flip upside down, it does have a tendency of falling off. Another slight complaint here is that these back plates, they don't articulate, and if you want to put them in the flying position, like they're flat back, you actually have to remove these two pieces. And there are other two pieces that you can use to replace it. So I'm molding one piece right here. It has a little bar that pops out to look like it's extending, like a little piston, but this doesn't actually clip in either. Again, it can fall out, so I've decided not to use that at all. Over here, there's a hole there for the transparent stand. There is a piece that can go in there, just to cover it up. Just a simple plate piece, so you can cover that if you want. Same goes with that as well, so you can use either up or down to peg it to something. Now that's pretty good. Now I'm gonna attach this bike to the stand. This bike, compared to the other model kits and stuff, is a lot more fragile, and I just mean the ones from Bandai. Just because the speeder bike has a lot of very tiny details and tiny parts, it is definitely something to be a lot more careful with. And while technically the skill level you need to build a standard Stormtrooper and this bike is the same, since it goes through the same processes and same ideas, I'd say this one is a little bit higher just because of all the smaller parts and make it easier to break and snap. There are a few spare pieces in the book, and I can see nowhere attaching them. For example, there's a spare pipe in the book, so I couldn't find anywhere to attach that, so got that going on. But yeah, overall this bike does look really nice. I intend to add some paint to it later, you know, dirty it up just a little bit. But until then, I'm quite happy with the results here. Finally, let's attach him. Let's put the Scout Trooper on the bike and do what he does best, crashing into trees. So I'm just gonna pre-position this Trooper a little bit just to get him ready for the bike. So let's set him on there. Let's see, bend his feet forward, of course. Let's get his legs into the slots, and then come on, I guess I have to bend him forward a little bit. Put his hands in the handlebar, make him look up a little bit because he's flying. Oh, and extend this arm because he's trying to shoot. Look at that, you can bend the arm a little bit so it's actually in front of his torso. And oh, I zoomed in a bit too much, but there you go. Look, pretty good Scout Trooper on the bike, even without paint job. So that's great. That's super awesome. If you have two of these, you just build this base. Guess you can do the reverse a little bit. Just reverse it around. You have two bikes in front of each other. That'd be great. Very, very good model kit. Highly recommend this. This is the reason why I love Bandai model kits so much. I like Bandai model kits usually focus on Gundam, but I love it when they do model kits in this scale based on other properties. It is so good. They also have X-Wing, Y-Wings, A-Wings, B-Wings, etc. They even have an electronic X-Wing model kit that will open and close the X-foils and make a sound, as well as a little bit LED lights. My only problem with those is none of them are in the same scale. An ATSC is a different scale to the Snowspeeder, a different scale to the X-Wing and such. So even if I did collect aircrafts, that would be annoying for me because I want things to be in the same scale. However, all of their humanoid characters are all in the same scale, all 1/12. So if you do have Black Series figures or any other 1/12 American scale figures, these will fit right in. And these just are so good quality in terms of model kits. I love these model kits so much. And I've actually also bought two Sand Troopers, which I haven't built yet. I'll build those up. And the Sand Trooper actually has 3 different versions of the backpack that you can assemble. So since I got 2, I'll assemble 2 of the different backpacks. But yeah, if you can get this I got this for 300 Hong Kong dollars. So just divide that, just translate that in Google, whatever money currency it is. If it's American, divide that by 7.8. If it's pound sterling, divide that by 12. And then you get roughly around the same price that I would recommend this at. And if this was 400 Hong Kong dollars, I would still recommend it. 500, not so much. I'd say get the SH Frigates for that. Phew! If you have found this video useful or enjoyable, please consider clicking the like button, subscribe button, or leave a comment below on how you feel about Bandai model kits. I do believe they did release some Halo model kits at some point, but not in Hong Kong. I think it's like a overseas thing that they release. What else did they release? I'm not quite sure. They did release a few other Western franchises. And if you want to support this channel, please consider clicking and watching my other toy reviews based hopefully without ad block on. Or you can check out my other Digger318 page for my older animation videos. I did a lot of Star Wars animation back then. Or you can head over to Patreon if you like, but you don't have to. Most importantly, take care, have a nice day, and may the Force be with you. Bye.